Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Daniel Howard Smith, and I'm here to talk to you about what it is that this COVID 19 has drawn from us. Um, the word I thought for myself in this whole landscape was revelation. For me, it was a revelation because the time that I've been provided by this layoff has enabled me to be able to realize that I wasn't where I wanted to be. I was doing what was necessary. And I had a revelation that I wanted to help others. I've always had a strong empathy and compassion. And I get that from both my parents. My mother working for a charitable organization for over 30 years, and my dad being one of the only married Roman Catholic priests in Canada. Compassion and empathy were building blocks in our family, and so I've always been very compassionate and empathetic towards people in my life and people out there, even strangers when I meet them. My sense of trying to help people was very, very evident. And during this pandemic, people are going through a lot. I get calls all the time from people looking for advice as to how to handle situations. And I think one of the things that I usually tell them on the regularly is patience. Patience with each other. If love is patient, and it is kind. Um, you know, it's it's difficult at times to be cooped up with somebody for months at a time and not kind of get snippy with each other. But love is patient and it's kind. And when you take that kindness and that patience with each other, then anything and everything is solvable. And I think people lose sight of that with economic hardship, with the stresses of life and the everyday um, problems that arise. And it's just, again, compassion and empathy towards other people will give you an insight into their soul, into who they are, and you can judge for yourself how much you need or wish to give. In a perfect world, once this COVID thing unlocks, it would be great if everybody realized their passion and followed it. But the fact of the matter is, I think a lot of people are just going to go right back to where they were because it's what they know. People, generally speaking, are creatures of habit, and we develop habits, both good and bad, and we follow that. So I think that a time of self-reflection, in order to be able to make positive changes in your life, is adamant. It should always have personal growth. I've always been close with my family. I've always been close, and I've always done things for them. So nothing has changed in terms of trying to help my family or friends. They always call me, and we talk openly about almost any topic. In that sense, I've always been lucky in the sense that my father has always taught me emotional stability and to be able to analyze and realize my feelings, and to recognize my faults, my weaknesses, and recognize my strength, and to be able to be open to learn and communicate in all those avenues and areas, which I'm pretty lucky because not all men are able to be able to say that. Um, where I spend my time, I think a friend of mine said once, make time for the people that, give to you, and give that positive energy to you so that you can grow from it, right? It makes you a stronger person. People drawing from you all the time. It's like a well with water, and eventually when you run out of water, the well will dry up. So it's important that you get that back, that energy level that's coming off of you. People will feed off that, and when it's dry, there's just nothing left. So having that time of being given by others is very important. I'm starting to notice that as well in my life. The time that I've had the last, I don't know, 3 4 months has shown me that I wasn't where I wanted to be. I was doing what was necessary, and I've always loved giving back. I've always liked helping people, guiding people, you know, being able to be a part of somebody's joys and conquests when they overcome an obstacle in their life, and you being a part of that solution really gives me a lot of happiness inside. It gives me such a great feeling that I've contributed to somebody's positive outlook on their life. It really does help. And I think it's everybody should do that. I think that if you serve others, then you can only get back joy and love in return. And this has shown me where I need to be. And I need to do this more often. I need to reach out to people, as many people as possible, and say that you're not alone, that everything is going to work out, that no matter how hard it gets, you're not alone. Everybody's in this together. And just reach out and just give. And, it does make you feel good. It does. And people will respond. People will respond. And it will be a wonderful feeling that not only they'll have, but you'll have, because it's genuine. And I guess my message is whenever you can help somebody, help them. Whenever you can reach out to somebody, reach out. A death, somebody struggling with something, never ever forget that, even try going on Facebook and putting a message. If anybody needs to ever talk, if they're struggling with something, your friends will appreciate it. They'll notice that. And even if they don't call, even if they don't reach out to you, maybe even knowing that there's somebody out there like that could give them some breath of hope in a situation they feel hopeless in. So just remember that. And just remember, be patient and love one another, because that's really what's important in life. Okay, guys, take care. Ciao.